Okay, I'm gonna put together a few moon videos actually for my homeless patent project. So what you're looking at here is just a bunch of images of the moon that I have on my computer. I have videos, images. What I did learn is that it's kind of useless to go and put these on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere else online for that matter that I can see so far that leave your imagery alone. They're always fucking with it. So it's better off we just download them onto our own machinery. I'm working on getting a larger storage space for all of these images and videos. I'll do that over the next few days. And meanwhile, well, I'm not going to let that stop me from showing you all this that's going on in the moon. So I'm going to take some moon images. I'm going to pause and start a while because I don't want the shaking thing to go on, and it's very boring for people to watch me, looking for the imagery and stuff. So just bear with me. Okay, the image that I chose to do, I'm choosing it for the reason that it's a full moon. It goes all the way around. And it looks to be a full moon, literally, because I see the blue neon all the way around it. And whenever it's not a full moon, even if it's just you go out and you say, wow, it looks full, and it's really still got a little bit, still weaning or waxing a little bit, you won't see the neon. You won't see the blue neon on one side. So anyways, I'm just going to pause again. I'm going to line up some shots, and I'll probably start with just showing you a few things. Let me keep my stick handy here. I will probably put a couple filters on, as I go along. We'll see what happens. But all this imagery that's here, you see how clear it is already. This is what I mean about being able to see it with your eyes from the ground. So although you won't see everything clearly, you will see the main images very clearly. Because even now, after watching a few weeks of my videos, you're probably already starting to see a lot of this clearly. I'll probably put this filter on, I guess, for the hell of it. I'll just use this filter here. Let's see, what else I can do. So this is what I'm saying. I'm going to pause when I'm doing this so the camera's not shaking all over and everything like that. But each time I do it, I'll give you another view every time I turn the camera on. So I'll pause it. But before I do, I'm just going to point out, again, this is the imagery you're going to see from the ground when you're looking up. It's going to be reversed because my telescope, which I'm going to not do that anymore, by the way. From now on, I'm going to put my camera directly on the telescope and not put my reverse lens on it. So we'll see what happens when I do that. I don't want to predict what may happen. So another thing I'm going to do while I'm in here doing this is I'm going to be rotating the images. So you'll see it'll pop back up and it'll be something like this. And the reason why I'm doing that is what I'm showing you here. Okay? You'll see what happens as you rotate. The imagery is unbelievable. Now, why anyone would have to see the moon sideways, upside down, in reverse form, doesn't matter. It all goes into our subconscious mind. So I don't think that it matters that it's upside down or reversed to us. So go ahead and pause it right now if you want to look at this one. But I'm going to go in deep on all these anyways. I'm going to try to do it quickly. So I'm going to flip it again. Okay. Now we're upside down. Now we're upside down and reversed, because don't forget my lens filter reversed it. So we're upside down and reversed. In the future we'll change that. Now notice this down here. I'm noticing something for the first time on this one. I'll wait before I say what I think it is, but it looks it anyways. But anyways, so look at all the imagery, look in deep, look at the skulls, look up here, look at the skulls. I'll stop moving my wand around. Notice all the triangles everywhere. Notice the triangles everywhere, okay? In dark and in light. You'll notice all the triangles. Those are the electromagnetic nanocarbon. Okay? So go ahead and pause it if you want, because I'm going to go ahead and roll it again. Okay? And you see every which direction we put this thing in, we've got I'm really interested in this one here because I want to, now this is going to start me on a whole new journey of research because I'm noticing something about this area right here. I'm not going to say it yet. Alright, so anyways, image within image within image. Okay. I'm going to flip it back straight up. Okay. And then again, if you want to straight up and down now to us anyway. I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and then I'm going to start going in on it. Okay, anybody watching my videos, this whole area is familiar to you by now. Everything that you're seeing here is familiar. I'm going to let it run for a minute, and then I'm going to set it up again. Go ahead and pause it if you want. I don't know if I like using these filters on the moon or not. I don't think I've tried these on the moon yet. Maybe. I'll give this one a shot anyways for a few minutes. I won't really know until I watch the videos later. Alright, good enough. Pause it if you need to. I'm gonna... Okay, same area, different angle. Pause it if you want. I'm gonna move on. You should be able to, there's a lot of imagery in here. A little higher in the same area, a little different of an angle. Okay, pause it if you need to. I'm moving on. Okay, same area, different angle. Actually the upper left of the moon. Okay. I'm gonna readjust in the same area. I want to try this red filter out on the moon just for the hell of it. See if it helps my digital imperfections when I'm posting on YouTube. So just give it a second, and then I'll change it in the same position anyway. I just wanted to see how I like this red one. Seems to only be good for outside really at this point. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do this batch in a few different ways as well. I'm gonna try this one in a red too. I think it takes the camera a minute to adjust to the red. It's just too dark. Good for outside, but about the moon today, or at least this afternoon anyway. So we're on the moon right now. You can clearly see Frank's teeth and everything like that now. These are one of the images of Frank. But of course you can see the larger image that Frank is within. You're starting to make out now as well. Finding bodies now too, by the way. At least half bodies. Okay, I'm going to go at it from this angle now. And I keep miscounting, but I believe 4, maybe 5 of these large image heads. This one I call a dog head, but someone could prove me wrong. An eye. His mouth is wide open. His mouth, within his mouth is all of this. You can go in and in and in. Then you have a larger image of a dog, another eye with an eye. See the eye way over here, eye and an eye, to make an even larger dog. Alright, and again, the mouth being open, larger canine, beast, whatever. At this angle, you should be able to see this going on over here. You should be able to see the change up going on in here. At this different angle. I'll give your eyes a minute. I'll tell you when I'm ready to change over. Of course, you can see this coming into view now, of course, as well, too. This being Frank here, but above Frank, you have another dog's face right here, another canine snout right here, coming out. Okay, go ahead and pause if you want. I'm moving on. Okay, one of the things I'll show you is this large image here, which is, yes, there's image within image. So there's a human in here. I believe he's human. Looks pretty human. Lots of imagery in here. Oh yeah, here's another one too as well. So yeah, there's lots of imagery in here. But what I want to point out is this. There's the sideways one with an eye here and an eye here. And he's this way, his mouth is here, his nose is here. This is all the same area that I've been showing you. Remember, because here's my guy. There's the guy right here that I'm always showing you. And I know it's going to get confusing. You have to let your eyes adjust a little bit because it's image within image. But one of the things I wanted to point out was how this does play into the other images that are right above it. So right here, I'm going to give you the skull that's laying down. Okay, there's a skull laying down. It's huge. As a matter of fact, its teeth are down here of its skull. Okay, let me try to get them again. Okay, see him? So if I keep pulling back his image, let me do this. I know this is why I didn't want to shoot the camera around. So I see as I come up, it changes. Okay. So this skull, though, watch this, is going to turn into the mouth with his tongue sticking out of this dog up here. I'm trying to get him for you. Hold on. Okay. To the beast with his mouth wide open. And that's going to happen as I roll across the top of the moon. There's several of those as I keep going across. You maybe don't see them yet, but there's several large snouts. Okay. Go ahead and pause if you want. You know, it's funny because like the forehead of my guy is the tongue sticking out of the large beast, and there's a small beast in here, smaller beast in here too. This one here, but there's a really big one. I, and there's probably more. I'm just pointing out the ones. Not probably, there is more. I'm just pointing out this particular one. Okay, same area, different angle. Try a couple other filters. I like the dark blue on that one. Alright. So I keep talking about my guy being, my guy's right in here. And I gotta stop calling him my guy. I need to put names on these. But what I kept saying was he's in this larger image with the pointy beak thing, which is in there. I can't move stuff around in front of the camera, otherwise it'll blur out on me. So I gotta leave the camera. We're on the moon, looking at imagery on the moon. Electromagnetic nanocarbon everywhere. I see digital stretch marks. I'm trying to fix them. Okay. Oh, maybe one more orange. So that's the purple. Oh, it's the red that I still haven't tried yet. I'm covering imagery right now from left to right, stuff to look at it. So I'm showing you all these things, and I'm going to go in on them later. So you'll see all these that appear one image, and then when I go in on them later, they're going to change up. So, you know, they're all over the place in here, everywhere. And every time I change angles, you're catching more and more imagery, or things become more defined. So this, what I was calling Frank, is actually not the full Frank, because he shares this other eye with another image. So let me, because here his nose becomes down here on this other guy. It's not Frank. And then if you look closely at this image, like these are the eyes of what I call Frank. Frank's actually the larger image, not this lion up here. There's another, even, well, actually he's inside this larger image, and just like this lion is, and so forth, this lion's face right here, and this nose right here of this guy right here is the nose of this large, huge what is he, ape-like or something? You know, if I'm to come way up, and then pay attention to down here, because you have another one right down here. These are on the large side. Now this is one of the ones that needs to be patented. See the nose on this thing right here, and see the little jot outs that's on it? This right here make up a lot of the noses on a lot of the imagery, and you'll notice it once you go in deep on it. You know, but again, it's image within image, so let your eyes adjust. Okay, I'm going to run across the bottom of the moon now. Just keep in mind that it's all crossed over. Left is right and right is left as we go. So you'll see these images that are already starting to pop out and become clear to you. I went over all these the other day in other videos for the Homeless Patent Project, and I'm probably going to put this one on there as well. This one's going to be a little more thorough probably than the other one. And I'll probably delete some of the other ones if I'm not happy with them, or, you know, I learned a lot of things about the digital, fucking with me on the digital aspect of these images, so I'm going to have to make sure I'm not going to be able to use YouTube, obviously, for research videos or for doing things like I'm doing now. I'm going to have to use my own personal stuff. So, anyways, back to this. So, you know, look in deep, because you'll see this face here, but then look down here, look under here, look in the backgrounds, look around. Now I'm going to try to get in on these a little bit better today than I have in the past. Doing these. This guy, we know what he does, right? He got his full face here with his beard and everything and his long pointy nose. And he's going to turn into this smaller thing. Again, we saw this in the clouds, this image right here. It's one that I traced out for you in the clouds the other day. And it's one of the ones that should be patented. Yes, he's the nose of this larger image, the nose and the mouth, actually, of this larger image. Now, one of these images, his eyes pop up way up there, and as we start angling around, you'll see that as well. Face, 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 they're all different faces. Alright, pause it if you need to. I'm going to start going in. Okay, just take a minute to look around. You'll see the large images are starting to become more clear. Up here, you're starting to see the eyes of this image here. You'll see the skulls, you'll see the faces. Look around for a minute, and yes, they all lead down to this face here, because this face makes up the, let me make sure, yep. Eyes, nose, mouth. Look at the face up here. Look at the face back here. Goes all dark for you, but since we're here looking around anyway. Patent him. Needs to be patented. Okay, pause it if you need to. I'm moving on. Okay, you can go ahead and pause them if you want when you're ready. I'm going to try a couple filters, but there's a lot of imagery right here too. Over to your right, you'll see a lot of it going on. So that's orange. This is what I meant about they turn into fuller images. See the eyes of this cobra with his mouth wide open. You can see his teeth all stretched out. Yes, image within image. I know. So if you're not seeing it, I just have to point to it. See the faces back here. I can go in on them a lot better even than I am now. See the faces. I can keep going in on them, and I will. seeing the front images as well. So I'm seeing these images as well now. Okay, give me 10 minutes. You got the bell on too? Put the bell on. Alright, let's move along because I gotta hurry up. Okay, we're still in the same area. Just changed up my angle a little bit. And I'll keep doing that as I keep coming up. Because what will happen is you'll start seeing the imagery show through. You'll see it show through a little more and more each time of the other images that you were missing at the first glance. And you look at the details, see the details in the imagery. Alright, look at this guy. And yes, there's a monkey face here and stuff, but this guy here, let's see if I can get him for you. So that guy wearing the colonial wig, this guy here wearing this colonial wig is actually the mouth of this over here, which we'll go get in on a little bit later. Because this whole top area is the top of the heads of all these other images that are all in here. And you'll start faintly seeing them now. See the faces? See the hairdos? And believe me, I'll keep going in on them and we'll get them better and better. Pause it if you want. Okay, we're back at that starter skull that I started with, because right there's my guy. Should just let you look for a minute. Again, all I'm doing is changing up the angle. See how Frank's eyes turn into the sunglasses of that other face? Saw him in the clouds yesterday, I believe it was. Where is it? Right here, this one. Saw him in the clouds, that's why I said patting him. Okay, let me pause. Pause it if you want. Okay, so I'm way in there now. I'm on a telescopic lens with a dark filter. So I'm going to let your eyes adjust for a minute, and then I'm going to start moving it around. And we're still have not gone rotating the picture of the moon yet. I'm still working on doing all this. So I want to show you the imagery. Maybe you'll recognize some of these up close that you did from far away. That's good, because I want you to see how clear they are, how much detail is in them. Like that's the one I was just pointing at to you, saying that we saw it in the clouds the other days, and you recognize the long, weird nose. And yes, the imagery may change up. Go in on this guy, and then I'll move the camera up a little bit. I'll repeat again, these images never change. I'll say again, look for the triangles, look for the electromagnetic nanocarbon, because even like this guy here, when you see the triangles, see the triangles, the dark nano is pushing the white nano, the lighter nano, it's not always white, grays, lighter color nano, into place everywhere I go, everywhere I look. This is what I keep seeing. Same thing over and over again. So pause right there if you need to, because I'm going to move up a little. Okay, just remind people we're on the moon right now. This is a moon video that I'm doing. Look at the detail. Mustache, eyes, face. Look at the detail. Oh, hold on. Hold on, let me pause. Okay, get your sneakers on. Sweater's just warm, it's cold out. You gotta put a coat and a hat on. You got a coat and a hat too, Edge. Alright, looks like I'm being shuffled out of here. I'll have to finish this up later. The next one I do, I'll go in on all that and I'll start rolling the pictures around and show you the rest, or some of the rest. Look at the faces, okay? Look at the detail. I'll get them in for you. I don't want to start rushing right now. Okay. That's on the moon, people. That's your moon. Okay, I'll be back.